Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good news stuff for you today, and I'm in a hotel room in Seattle, and so I don't have too much time tonight. So I just picked a few good news stories to share with you guys. I have to hold my microphone because I didn't bring my microphone stand. Brought all my equipment and all that stuff, and I was having some trouble recording on my laptop. And I said that I would try to fix it, and that I might not be able to, and turns out I had a great idea shortly after my previous video, and it totally worked. So here we go. So China, 20 arrested in crypto jacking case, allegedly affecting over 1 million computers, which is pretty insane to say the least. 20 suspects have been arrested in China in a major crypto jacking case, allegedly affecting over 1 million computers this time. It's always somewhat near that in China, isn't it? And generating 15 million yuan, about 2.2 million in illicit profits. So crypto jacking, of course, the practice of using a computer's processing power to mine for cryptocurrencies without the owner's consent or knowledge, essentially the new phase of zombie computers. I remember that way back in the day when your computer would catch a virus and then it would send out spam to other computers, essentially making it a zombie computer. So the so-called Trojan horse-style mining script was reportedly programmed to run whenever it detected the CPU utilization of the computer was at less than 50%. So essentially your processor would always be rip-roaring away unless you ran a program or something like that that would take the majority of the computer processor. Otherwise, you're mining on somebody else's behalf. So 1 million computers, even like 10 cents a day, I mean, that's like $10,000 a day per computer, or rather 10 cents per computer is $10,000 a day. So that's some pretty good profit, but they made about 2.2 million in total, however long that this was going on. So based on the information revealed in the trial of one allegedly involved individual arrested in March, task force subsequently uncovered the implication of a company called Dalian Shenping Network Technology, leading to 16 more arrests. The company is alleged to have advertised free downloads to 2.89 million computers, selecting over 1 million of them for crypto jacking. What a convenient free advertised download. Thank you so much for your free download. Always love that. The next one is pretty juicy as well. You might notice I have my glasses on, which I usually don't record with my glasses on because it's just a big glare fest. But the text on my laptop is pretty small, and I didn't feel like zooming in. So Chinese crypto billionaire caught on tape bashing Binance. This is pretty juicy sowce. The Chinese cryptocurrency community has been stirred by a recently leaked recording where it appears that Chinese crypto billionaire Li Zhaolei, if I said that right, is bashing some of the industry's key figures. Social media is brimming with reports about the outburst, and YouTube channel Box Mining, with almost 200,000 subscribers, I'm getting close to that too, come on, also covered the controversial recording. So Lee can be heard on tape, first leaked by the news site 8Bitcoin, making unsavory remarks against the executives of Binance, Neo, and Qtum, or Quantum, why not? On the recording, Binance founder Zhao Changping, otherwise known as ZC, or CZ, rather colloquially, it's late. Don't worry about it. He used to have dirty deals. This is his quote. Used to have dirty deals with Zhu Ming Zing. I think I'm saying Chinese right. I don't know. He knows very little about technical issues. Binance made its name because all other crypto exchanges had to shut down upon the crypto ban last September in China, but he insisted on keeping Binance operating only for his Canadian nationality. So Lee can be heard calling Binance a fraud exchange and Tron founder Justin Sun a scammer. So according to the report, the recording was done in secret, with Lee unaware of his foul words being stored digitally Although Lee eventually admitted to his tongue lashing in a post, he refused to apologize and claimed that he does not have to do so. I'd like to avoid those dirty words in public speaking, but in private, I don't have to bother to please others. So, Qtum is an air coin. It is me who helped him promote the project for 6 months because his scamming mode is simple. If he decided to develop dApps first, I might have given no care. Neo is a stupid project, worthless. If you were Wang Li or whatever, you would have sold them at 1.5 RMB as he did. Later, some big venture capital participated and hyped its price. Even Dao Hongfei is holding very little Neo. So Tron, Neo, and Qtum are included in the list of 5 cryptocurrencies that are expected to make a strong comeback. So interestingly enough, all those cryptocurrencies are expected to make a strong comeback. I'm not that big of a fan of Tron, only because Tron, what do you do exactly? You know, the whole idea of the decentralized internet. What does that even mean? You know, let's fish for some answers. But so far, none to be found. But their testnet for Tron did actually turn out to be pretty good. So who knows? And so my final news article of the day, and I apologize, it is pretty short, but it is very late in the day, and I decided I'd grab a few good news articles for you guys and then talk about the current state of crypto prices. So where are all the institutional investors at? I think that's what we're all asking. We've been hearing that for a very long time now. Oh, Wall Street's coming, Wall Street's coming, Wall Street's coming. It's starting to turn out to be like Game of Thrones. The dragons are coming. We promise. Sooner or later, maybe in season 6. I don't know. So far, we're in about season 3 of cryptocurrency. Let's just call it. Season 6, they're coming. We promise. There's only downside risk in cryptocurrency. So various financial experts have weighed in on the apparent lack of institutional investment in the cryptocurrency market, providing no shortage of reasons why big money isn't in yet. So Blake Estes, co-leader of blockchain and distributed ledger technology at Alston and Bird in New York, told the investment focus that there's nowhere to go but down in the high-risk market, he explained. So he quotes, for chief investment officers, there's only downside risk in cryptocurrency. It would take a leap of faith with a new custodian with no brand recognition. That presents a real risk for them. And you know what? I can't help but to agree with that, actually. Almost said disagree for some reason. And the idea is that these people have millions and billions of dollars, and you can't just really throw it away on the idea that cryptocurrency may be huge one day. I believe it will be, but it's a matter of choosing which cryptocurrency will be big one day. And you know, in that case, it might not even be out yet in terms of which cryptocurrency is going to be the big cryptocurrency for the future. That might not come for a year. It might not come for a decade. And then once that coin comes, it will beat Bitcoin and all other coins and blow them all out of the water. I mean, after all, technology does move pretty fast, and there's no guarantee that Bitcoin is going to be the future. Now, currently, it is the brand name of cryptocurrency and is likely to become the future cryptocurrency, but you know, it's just not set in stone. So likewise, Matthew Hogan, Vice President and Global Head of Research at Bitwise Asset Management Incorporated, claims that institutional investors are a long way from making substantial allocations to this space, since the risk-to-reward ratio can lead to damaging results. They have the most questions on the fundamental drivers of returns. They're also in the position of career risk. The drawdowns that can happen in cryptocurrency can be difficult to bear career-wise. You know, and again, it makes a lot of sense if you were an investor, an institutional grade investor, or a broker rather, and you convinced a lot of people to buy into Bitcoin at $15, $16, $17,000, and it went to 20, and then it dumped. A really good broker would be prepared for that sort of thing. But if it went sour, what would you tell all of the people that gave you money? You'd be in big trouble right now, because it's about $6,000, $7,000. Right now it's $6,700 for Bitcoin. And so you'd sort of have to explain that to a lot of people, that currently their portfolio is worth way less than half of what they just put in. So it makes sense for small people to invest into cryptocurrency. If you put $1,000 in and you happen to lose that, or it went to less than half, well, sure, that sucks. But it's not nearly as big as putting in $1 million or $1 billion. Sure, statistically, percentage-wise, it's the same thing. But gross, it certainly is not. And for the average person, if their money doubled, tripled, quadrupled, what have you, that's pretty huge. And smaller people can take that sort of risk, whereas billionaires really can't do that. So another quote here is, I wouldn't want to take a chance on this. Where's the asset backing this? How secure is it? And who is watching it? Also, pretty good questions. Really, there aren't many assets actually backing it other than electricity and the hardware backing it. And how secure is it? Well, it's pretty secure, but oftentimes it gets hacked pretty easy. Now, the private keys are extremely secure, but when you have if you lose your crypto, if you lose your hardware wallet, if you lose your private key, which you shouldn't do, or if you put it on an exchange and then that exchange gets hacked, well, you're pretty screwed. So really, the security is actually pretty low with cryptocurrency. At least with a bank. If your bank got robbed, it's federally insured at the very least, and you get your money back. So John Lohr, managing partner at Capital Fund Law Group, claims that it's really too soon to determine what cybersecurity risks will need to be dealt with. There aren't enough custodians who are capable of handling that risk yet. So another quote here is, investors want the infrastructure from custodians. Custodians want investors before they build the infrastructure. So nevertheless, it's likely that institutional investors will indeed enter the cryptocurrency market in force one day, which I do agree with as well. With Coinbase custody now launched, and the owner of and operator of Switzerland Stock Exchange planning on launching a cryptocurrency exchange, still that day might just be arriving a little later than many had expected, and that's definitely going to be the case. It's going to be a bad case of Game of Thrones, everybody. So now looking at CoinMarketCap before we head out for the day, we're at 263 billion market cap, so we are down low once again. All of that pumping is now dumping, if you will. I hate to use that little pun there, but that is definitely the case. And EOS, once again, the biggest loser. It seems to always go up the most and then down the most, but I guess good for traders, good time to pick it up, because when it goes back up 25% for the third time in a month, then, well, good stuff, I suppose. But for now, I've backed off of EOS just because I'm not sure if I believe in it too much because of its centralization, which I know everybody's going to argue with me about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And like I said, Friday or Saturday, I will be back to my main rig and my main recording place, so the quality will be back to the usual. But as usual, I will see you guys next time.